Merry Christmas on this December 27th. And as I say that to you, you may be already thinking to yourself, Father Mark, Christmas is come and gone. Why are you still stuck on the whole Merry Christmas thing? And if that's where you are, that's okay, because that's where a lot of us are, because a lot of us are asking a question right now, which is what's next, or now what? This is Father Mark over at Christ Redeemer Catholic Church in Thibodaux, bringing you right back into a conversation we started yesterday in a series entitled Choose to Live. And we said yesterday that we hope that 2019 is the best year of your entire life. And if that's going to happen, we have to live differently. But we got to start with the way that we're living now. And that means for some of us, I believe you're asking a question, which is what's next, right? Now what? Because we have a tendency to want to move on to the next thing. And I just want to meet us right there and ask ourselves to pay attention to why is it that you and I even ask that question? Right? We're always looking for the next thing. Let's just kind of like be where we were, right? A lot of us, we moved into Thanksgiving with a lot of anticipation to be with friends and family. That brought us into Black Friday, kind of propelled you right into Cyber Monday, kind of moved us into the Christmas spirit of generosity, right? Making our list and checking it twice and allowing our generosity to hit full force. That brought us into Christmas Eve and Christmas, where hopefully you were not only with the Lord at church, but you were also with people that you love the most. A lot of us woke up yesterday, exhaled because of all the activity, and you're waking up today on December 27th, and you're saying, all right, what's next? There may be a temptation to take down the Christmas decorations, put the tree next to the curb, and move on to something next, right? Because a lot of us, that's what's in us. We're always asking, what's next? We live in a culture of diversion, especially here in South Louisiana, where there's no shortage of things that can distract us from the present moment and the ordinary of life, right? We can move on right now immediately because we've got football season right now. The Saints are in high gear, and we're hoping that they make it to the playoffs, maybe even into the Super Bowl. That's going to propel us right into Mardi Gras. Lynch right after that, where we can exhale, but we know that Easter's just around the corner, and all the Easter candy we can kind of devour. That takes us into the beautiful weather of May, wrapping up school, into the summer where there's vacation, there's Grand Isle, there's the beach, there's vacation, there's just time off. Right around the corner from there is football season back in the fall. That takes us back into Thanksgiving. And the relentless pursuit of the next thing just continues to go on and on and on, right? A lot of us are always looking for what's next. How many times have we been at work on Monday and we're already thinking about what we're going to be doing Friday and Saturday and Sunday the next weekend, right? It's hard for us to be where we are because so many of us are always thinking, what's next? But you know what? Most of our life is not vacation. Most of our life is pretty ordinary, right? Hey, I hope your house looks beautiful for Christmas, but let's be honest, most of us don't live in our house January through November with the way that it looks in the month of December, right? Most of us just live in ordinary houses. Most of us don't have that Christmas joy and spirit the rest of the year because, well, let's just face it, life is ordinary, and that's where we're going to find God with us. We said yesterday that we want next year to be the best year of our life, and if you want next year to be the best year of your life, then we have to admit that most of it's not going to be on the holidays or vacation. That means that we're going to have to find God in the ordinary, and the ordinary is going to have to be transformed. And if you want to move on from Christmas on December 27th, I just want to remind you that Mary and Joseph couldn't, right? We celebrate Christmas, and then we're ready to move on to the next thing. You want to know what happened the very first Christmas when Mary and Joseph were there, right? Christmas came home with them. In other words, Mary and Joseph didn't celebrate Christmas and say, okay, what's next? They're like, oh my God, we have a baby. And that baby is coming home with us. And most of their life with Jesus as a Holy Family in Nazareth was pretty ordinary. Most of our lives are ordinary, but what can transform the ordinary into extraordinary is when we can find God with us in the midst of it. So yesterday I said Merry Christmas. Today I want to say Merry Christmas. Yesterday I said God's with you in the mess. Today here's the good news. God's with you in the ordinary. So if you do pick up your decorations today, can you do it with the Lord? And if you do have to do a little extra cleaning around the house because of the holidays, can you do it with the Lord? In other words, most of us want to get out of the ordinary into something that will distract us is because we feel alone in the ordinary. And I just want to proclaim the good news to you today that you are not alone. God is with you. Here's one thing that you can do today to help transform your experience of life, and that is ask the Lord to show you where is He in the ordinary. Before you go to bed tonight, I want you to look back on the day and ask God to show you one moment where things may have felt ordinary, but He was with you. Just do that one thing tonight before you go to bed, one moment of the day where God was with you. Come on back tomorrow where we're going to talk about hope. And I want to give you something to hope for in 2019. And if you need next year to be better than this year, come on back tomorrow as we talk about what God can do and how He can give us hope. And until we have that conversation tomorrow, let the Lord be with you, and God bless you.